To love one's country is called patriotism. The person who knows the real worth of his motherland and the things found in it and loves his countrymen and keeps in view the interest and welfare of his country is a true patriot. The sentiments of patriotism exist naturally in every human being. May he belong to any nation, tribe, or religious sect. One can develop it irrespective of his color, race, regional customs and traditions, and linguistic differences, and prove helpful in the defense, development, and progress of his motherland. The question now arises as to which person can be called a true patriot. The qualities of a patriot should be defined clearly so that one can know what true patriotism is. There is a common concept that only those who defend their country and fight for it are patriots. But this is a limited concept of patriotism. Although this quality may be counted as high-level patriotism, but it is necessary to know that patriotism is a quality that every citizen can acquire to whatever section of the society he may belong. Any citizen who believes in the solidarity and integrity of the country and is desirous of seeing his fellow men happy and prosperous is a true patriot. Sympathy for one's fellow men, the protection of their life and property, helping in the establishment and maintenance of peace and safety, helping the poor and disabled are some of the qualities of a patriot. A student, by spending all his time in the acquisition of knowledge and increasing it, and a merchant, by keeping the rate of profit at the minimum level, do provide the proof of their patriotism. A government servant becomes a patriot by spending the whole of his time in performing his duties actively, honestly, and wholeheartedly. The patriotism of a laborer is clear from his honest and diligent labor, and a patriot employer always keeps into consideration the welfare of the laborer so that he may work wholeheartedly and the national product may increase to maximum. Similarly, a landowner may join the line of these country lovers by increasing agricultural product by hard work and intensive labor. The literary writer who keeps good views about his fellow countrymen and works for their welfare, unity and cohesion is full of the qualities of patriotism. In short, every citizen of the society can play his role in progress and development of his country by becoming a patriot. The sentiment of patriotism is not only in the interest of an individual citizen, but it provides surety for a healthy society. When a patriot is free from selfishness and prejudice, he gets a sort of inner peace and happiness by serving his fellow countrymen. Thus, a pious society comes into being. It is a known fact that we value a thing the most that we get after continuous efforts and comparatively hard work. One can never be negligent in the protection of such a thing even for a moment. Pakistan is a country that we got neither in heredity nor it came into being by just waving the national crescented flag on the 14th of August 1947. It has rather been achieved after a long struggle and innumerable sacrifices. Therefore, these facts demand that by using the real sentiments of patriotism, the integrity and solidarity of the country be protected. National interest must be considered superior to everything else, and no stone should be left unturned in its development and progress. What is meant by patriotism? The love for one's country is called patriotism. This love can be shown through increasing the worth, strength, and goodwill of motherland and following its laws. A patriot person looks respectfully towards all his countrymen and keeps in view the interests and welfare of his country. Every citizen of the country can be a patriot by doing his or her work properly, be it a housewife, a student, a teacher, a factory worker, a civil servant, a businessman, woman, or a member of armed forces. What are the qualities of a patriot person? Any citizen who believes in the solidarity and integrity of the country and wants to see his fellow men happy and prosperous is a true patriot. Here are some other qualities of patriot persons: sympathy for one's fellow men, the protection of their life and property, helping in establishing and maintenance of peace and safety, working for the goodwill of the country, and making efforts to make the country's flag respected in the world. What are the demands of patriotism? The patriotism demands to be law-abiding and work for the welfare of country and fellow countrymen. Patriotism demands to put all our efforts in the right direction for honor of our flag. Patriotism also demands to be hardworking and honest. Patriotism sometimes may demand sacrifice, even the sacrifice of life. We should be ready to do it for our motherland and its children. What is the difference between patriotism and nationalism? A patriot person and a nationalist both love their country, but their perspective is very different. A patriot loves and develops his or her country, whereas a nationalist loves it as it is. A patriot knows the weaknesses of his or her country, whereas a nationalist does not accept them. A patriot will try to remove the laws or customs of its country if they are for defaming and destruction of its country, whereas the nationalist loves the customs and traditions even if they are harmful. Write a short essay on patriotism. The love for one's country is called patriotism. A patriot person looks respectfully towards all his countrymen and keeps in view the interests and welfare of his country. The patriotism demands to be law-abiding and work hard for welfare of country and fellow countrymen. Patriotism demands to put all our efforts in the right direction for honor of our flag. Patriotism also demands us to be hardworking and honest. Patriotism sometimes may demand sacrifice, even the sacrifice of life. We should be ready to do it for our motherland and its children. May God grant us the wisdom, courage, and abilities to be good patriots, to love our country and work for peace, harmony, integrity, and progress of our country.